In this video, it's big plans for Foxanne. We have the bits that are hopefully going to make her a lot quieter. Well, without further ado, we'll get on to the unboxing. It might be a good idea to talk about merchandise at this point because we have lots of it. We're going to have more of it. I'm restocking the store at the moment in time for Christmas. So, yeah, very much looking forward to it. Christmas being the time of much present opening and stuff. Tuck, if you could hold those scissors, I'll be very grateful. Right, we've got bubble wrap. So a reminder, these parts have come from James Holland at CHG Classics. So yeah, all the parts have come from CHG Classics, supplier of bits for Reliance. So we've got an oil filter, because I thought it was probably about time I did that. I apologise for the terrible camera angle, by the way. This is hub nut. I got some new spark plugs, and I think I've probably got some of those somewhere anyway, but never mind. And a lot of bubble wrap. It would seem that's good. That bubble wrap could well come in useful packaging mugs for you to buy, and some cardboardy, papery stuff as well. Also has its uses, but this is what we're really here for. This is a replacement manifold and a brand new gasket also for said manifold. That looks a different material, more fibrous, and importantly we've got some brand new studs fitted. We've got some brass nuts, we've got a new gasket as well, so we're all set. I don't know if these ports are going to match the engine any better. It looks slightly like someone has opened these out a bit, but we'll see what a difference that has made, or what a difference it does make. Right, we'll just have a clear out of the engine bay before we get started on this gig. We've got the manifold, and that is part of the standard fit, I think, is a little glass fibre flap, again to protect the carburettor from the worst of the petrol. Air filter assembly. I've just realised I've left the air filter at home. That got sent separately. Out with that tube. I'll take this manifold out of the way. Remains of a rusty, knackered stud there. Beautiful. And the old manifold. And have a look at the ports and see if there is a difference. And yeah, I think there is a difference in the port size. I think these have been opened up a little bit, so hopefully that will help with the breathing. I would like to thank even the Welsh climate for this beautiful illumination of said items. There is sunlight pouring in at the moment. Right, one job I need to do is check the strap is fitted that holds the downpipe up. For that I'm going to need some better illumination. Yeah, the fact the downpipe has fallen all the way down suggests that I haven't got a strap that's meant to hold that up this end. So this might be a temporary fix. There's also an escape head brass nut down there. Right, I'm going to start bolting all this lot on. First of all, I have to remove the gasket. You can see that had started delaminating quite badly in places. Or maybe you can't see, but we've got a new one, so that's alright. Let's try and give you a better view of what's going on. It's all a bit tight in here. It's all a bit tight generally in this workshop at the moment. There we go. Oh, there we go. It's a slightly better angle. Still bolting the manifold in, but thought I'd just have a quick chat with you while I'm at it. Mainly because I wanted to say thank you to everyone who enjoyed the appearance of Miss Hubnut in the recent Q&A video. That seemed to go down very well. Lots of lovely comments, so thank you folks. And there may be some disappointment that she's not here today, but she has a job at the moment other than looking after me and the two kiddies, so she can't be here every moment. In fact, today she was at work and I had the job of trying to look after the teen while she was homeschooling, and let me tell you, that is not what I call fun at all. I'm already completely in awe of teachers and parents, and gosh, what a pain. So fortunately we've only got 1 week of e-learning and then it's back to school proper, which I think will make everyone happier. But yeah, so certainly interesting. It makes you feel quite stupid as a parent, I think, education. I'll tell you what is stupid, I've just got that completely wedged on there. I can't get my ratchet out. That's marvellous. No, I'm going to have to... I don't know how I'm going to get out of that situation. How did I get in that mess? I'm now wedged in against the inner wing. There we go. Oh, managed to find a way. The Fox remains one of my least favourite little cars to work on because it's all just so tight in here. I think I'll take the ratchet off for that. Well, I might not be able to get on it without the ratchet. Might need my short extension. Yes, that's going to be a short extension job. Where did I put that? Yes, I upset all the Americans last time by complaining about Imperial stuff because, of course, America never went metric. Although, yeah, their gallons are a funny size over there. Strange lot, the Americans. Despite this, I would love to come to America and find out just how strange you lot are over there. So hopefully that will happen at some point. But at the moment, we can't really go anywhere. I'm locked down in Wales. And when Wales ends lockdown, we can't go into England because England will be into lockdown. So, yeah, it's all fun times, really. I do hope to get the kiddies involved more with the cars, but opportunities don't present themselves all that readily, having the children around and feeling interested, and jobs needing doing on the cars for the sort of jobs I can get them involved with. So not everything comes together quite as you hope sometimes. Right, I don't think there's another bolt down there, is there? No. So the manifold is now attached to the engine. I need to battle the downpipe, and I'll just quickly remind you how much fun that is. So yeah, we're down here in the annals. There is the downpipe down there. Autofocus is struggling in these conditions, and that's the manifold attached to the engine. So now I need to connect the two, which should be a lot easier because we've got a fresh gasket, fresh nuts and everything on this manifold. There we go. Carburetor. Oh, there we go. Have we got enough bolts left over? No. Oh no, that's like one. Do seem to have lost a shape-proof washer and nut at some point during this job, so that's good. Oh, I found my shape-proof washer, certainly. The nut is proving a little more tricky to find. Oh, there's a spring under here as well. I forgot I lost a spring. Great. I'm going to try and find some more nuts then. Oh, maybe I can nick one off there. I think that one would work if I can get it off. Just what you want when you really get into that stage where you just want to go home now. Aha! I've salvaged a nut. Beautiful. So, out the way, cardboard. I'd so given up on that job I'd turn the torch off. I don't think the light's going to help me here though, because the offending bolt is now on the back of the carburetor where you can't actually see. There we go. Right, now I just need to reattach the springs and this breather pipe, and I think we'll probably be ready for a trial run. Whoa! Oh, I left the spanner on there, that was a good idea. How smooth does that sound? She has never sounded that smooth. That's the choke, this one's the throttle. Oh wow, Foxanne. You have never sounded that good. Because to be honest, I've had issues with that downpipe joint since I first got her back on the road. I think the MOT man was very forgiving, shall we say. Right, I think I'm going to take her home tonight, that's how happy I am. I'm fast running out of tinkering time today, so I'm not going to be doing the oil filter change. That is something I will do. We have got this dinky little air filter, so I think we might as well do that while we're here. Oh, just throw the bolts on the floor, that's fine. What do we reckon that is? 7/16, I would say. So we have some plans to make this little Reliant Fox better than she is. Miss Hubnut wants to do some fiberglassing, so we'll have another go at that bonnet hinge repair. Although I like getting the bonnet off, so I'm not convinced I'm going to actually put it back in place. That's looking spectacularly grim given how few miles this car has covered. Incidentally, you can alter the direction of this depending on where you want to breathe the air from. This time of year, probably want it breathing from the exhaust for a bit of warmth, so I think I'm going to put it back in that sort of an angle. Whereas in the hotter months you would want it drawing cooler air from nearer the radiator. Right, now I just need to find the two big bolts that hold this in place. I dropped one of them on the floor. Well, sadly your usual level of Hubnut farce has kicked in. I cannot find the bolts that attach the air cleaner assembly. And much as I want to drive home in this car, driving with no air filter at all doesn't seem most wise. I'm such an idiot. Sometimes you just need to calm down. That one had rolled all the way under Ellie. Not sure how that happened. The other one I found in a box. Oh, that was one of those moments of despair that you often have when working on cars, where, well, on anything. And I mean, I'm always getting annoyed with the kids because when they're trying to search something, they kind of go into a standard meltdown mode, which doesn't help them find anything. Yeah, I'm doing it now, so I can't talk. Now the air filter's on, let's try her again. Marvellous. I can't wait, I'm going to drive her home now. I might put the bonnet on first. Might be a good idea. Got the racing pins because race car. Beautiful. Move some cars. Go for a drive. Now the drive last night, I didn't film it because it was dark and you wouldn't have seen anything but darkness. But yeah, we'll experience what she's like, hopefully later. But the thing is, when I got back last night, as I started coming down the driveway, she conked out. I think she's run out of fuel. If you recall, the fuel gauge doesn't work, the fuel tank leaks, so I've been running her down to try and get the tank empty so I can drop it. I was carrying a can of fuel in the car in case she ran out while I was driving along. That no longer seems to be in the car. So I'm going to have to walk to the unit to pick Ellie the 2CV up, I think, and we'll bring a can of fuel down, then we'll drive Foxanne back to the unit, hoping we don't need the can, but at least we've got it if we need it. Better set off then. Oh, excuse the heavy breathing. The first stretch of the walk is uphill, and I think I've lost a bit of conditioning over the year, and I didn't have very much to start with. Oh, but very fortunate that the unit is within walking distance. That just doesn't mean it's a quick stroll. It's a bit of a slog, but it's a beautiful day, or it was. Seems to be clouding over rather typically. Now I'm on the move. We'll go and get the 2CV and the can of fuel, and then finally take you for a drive in entirely different Foxanne. Oh, and there we go. Made it to the unit. That was a good walk, that. Another beautiful day in paradise. The cars are being lit very artistically, but it's Ellie who's going to be coming out today. Rita is over here. She still needs to go back and have her ABS sorted out. Muzzle Matisse has failed her MOT at the time of recording, but they're confident they can get a pass, so hopefully that'll work. Annoyingly, a tail light bulb was one of the failures. It packed up. It was fine when I tested it, but sometimes that happens, which is something to say about Rita. People were moaning that the garage should have done a better job of making sure it was okay before I drove off in it. But I'm not sure most people who are complaining about a garage have actually worked in a garage and know what the realities are like when you're being pestered by people coming in all the time. You know, stuff gets missed on occasion. I'm not too worried about that, but there's also the fact that it might well have been fine when they tested it, when they did the brake roller test, and then it's decided there's a problem. It's just cars do that sometimes. I once took Ellie to a 2CV specialist for a service and a general overhaul, and on the way home the gearbox failed. You know, that wasn't the fault of the specialist, but these things sometimes happen. It was the second, third gear synchromesh ring went, so I couldn't select second or third gear without a horrible crunch, because effectively you're trying to select 2 gears at once. That was not good times. So that's one of many gearboxes young Eleanor has got through in her time. But enough waffle, I need to head back and we'll see what the Fox is like. So here we are in a very different sounding Foxanne. The exhaust still has some raughtiness to it, especially as there's no sound deadening in the rear at all, but generally she sounds a lot smoother. Oh, that feels like fuel starvation. Oh yeah, drat, we were going uphill, we've lost fuel. Bugger, I might have to put more fuel in. Oh well, there we go. It's not often, remarkably, that I have a breakdown on camera. I'm just going to roll back so I'm opposite someone's driveway so folk can get past if they need to. I'm going to use gravity to pull some fuel through because we're getting nowhere. I still don't think I've got any engine going on there though. No, nothing. Come on. Oh, no hill. Oh, I just haven't got enough fuel in there, have I? Try to put more fuel in, I suppose. Just trying to put enough in to get going, but apparently that isn't enough. Right, let's see where we go here. Is she going to start? Oh, the bus coming! Marvellous! We'll let the bus come past first before we try again. Certainly proves the starter motor's a good one. Right, I'm going for a rollback. Lovely hazard light noise. Going to try and get the tail up and the nose down. I don't think that's quite what they imagined when they taught me how to reverse around a corner. And in fact we'll even do a bit of an emergency stop, see if this works. Right, I'm going to try rolling her downhill, and we'll leave the ignition on. And here we go. Get some momentum up. We're in third gear. Aha. We have life again. I'm not convinced we have very much life though. No, absolutely dead again. Oh, we had a brief little flurry of life there. I'm going to try more of the same. Got to think about simple cars, you can drive them like this. Imagine if I had made this car electric. So again, we'll go for third gear, so we've got the momentum up. Get the engine turning, so that's operating the fuel pump. And once again we have the engine back. How far away am I going to be before I actually get some progress going on? I'm going to take my seatbelt off because I might need to jump out and push. Come on, Foxanne. Come on, girl. That's too slow for the third. No, we got nothing going on. Oh, keep pushing, I guess. Right, this is very much our last chance. Drop into second, got the ignition on. She's alive, but how alive? So she'll get back up that hill. She's not sounding too happy about life at the moment. No. Oh, crap. Oh, now the starter motor has cried enough. Let's see if I can get her over to that car park over there, because we're stuck in someone's driveway at the moment. Oh, well, if you were wondering where the videos were this week, it's because I've been wasting time like this. She's dead. I think I'm going to have to go and try and get another can of fuel and see if we can convince her to go. The starter motor is now packed up. I'm hoping that'll calm down. If we just leave her for a bit. This has gone rather badly wrong, so I'm going to have to walk out of here. Wonderful. Such is life on Hubnut. At least it's very, very beautiful. Well, once more, it's Ellie to the rescue. We've got another can of fuel. I've just dumped probably about half of it in. I want to see if we can get her going first of all. I'm hoping now she's calmed down a bit, or cooled down a bit, the starter motor will actually play ball. But I'm leaving some fuel in the can because the emergency situation is to bypass the fuel pipe from front to rear and try going straight from the can into the fuel pump. Chances are she has picked up some crap from sitting around, but we'll find out. Of course, I've helpfully stopped in a puddle, which has got a lovely sheen on it now. Suggests the oil leak I hoped I'd sorted yesterday is not entirely sorted. But I'll put a little choke on, because she will be cold by now, and we'll see if the starter motor wants to play. No. I'm going to see if I can find something to whack it with. Could it have just been a loose battery terminal? No. Several whacks with a 2CV starting handle? No. Oh, this is bad times indeed, because I'm at the bottom of a hill. I'm on my own. I can't actually give her a bump start. Problematic. Well, I think I'm going to wrap this one up here, because God knows how long this is going to take. But yeah, Foxanne sounds beautiful when she actually runs. Now she won't. Really not too sure what to do next, really. Just waiting for a breakdown man to come, laugh at my battery wiring, and that'll be that. So yeah, we'll see what happens. That will be in a future video. Thank you very much for watching. Sorry there's been a bit of a delay this week with the shop coming on and everything. Yeah, it's not been ideal. And I look forward to seeing you in a future video, hopefully with a working Fox. Farewell. You could say today has not gone to plan.